This is Radio Romania International. You are listening to our 1-hour broadcast in English for listeners in Western Europe and Africa. We can also be heard on the internet at www.ri.ro, Channel 1. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter and other social media platforms. Our programs are also available on TuneIn, Radio Romania International 1, and in Europe via satellite Eutelsat 16A on 11,512 MHz, vertical polarization, azimuth 16 degrees east. We wish you good reception conditions.
Hello, I'm your host Elena Yanake, bringing you the news. First, the headlines. The army is in full process of modernization and transformation and has already reached, under many aspects, NATO standards, the Bucharest authorities said in messages conveyed on the occasion of Army Day. Israel demands the resignation of the UN chief over comments on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The effects of climate change become more acute for Romanian citizens, President Klaus Iohannis said, and 28 degrees in Bucharest at noon. Our military continue to make the army a genuine ambassador of Romania internationally, President Klaus Iohannis said on Wednesday at a ceremony marking the Romanian Army Day. The head of state showed that Europe is currently facing an unprecedented crisis. Peace and the entire security climate at global level are threatened by regional conflicts, which could escalate. Europe is facing an unprecedented crisis since the Second World War as a result of Russian Federation's brutal and illegal military aggression against Ukraine, while the shocking and reprehensible terrorist attack on October 7 against the State of Israel risks to completely destabilize the Middle East in the long run, Iohannis pointed out. The president also said that at present, due to NATO membership and the strategic partnership with the United States, Romania benefits from the most solid security guarantees in history. The Romanian army undergoes a full modernization and transformation process and has already reached, under many aspects, the NATO standards, the Minister of Defense, Angel Tilver, said in turn. The effects of climate change are becoming more and more acute for Romanian citizens, Romanian President Klaus Iohannis said on the occasion of the launch of the Country Report on Climate and Development, drawn up by the World Bank. Iohannis said that the climate transition must be fair, inclusive and compatible with economic growth. He also said that in the case of Romania, there is potential to significantly improve the quality of citizens' lives and to go through the decarbonization process needed to achieve climate neutrality. The effects of extreme weather phenomena also affect infrastructure, the Minister of Transport, Sorin Grindeanu, also said. He explained that all countries must take measures for a transition to means of transport that use renewable sources. Israel has demanded the resignation of the UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, whom it accuses of justifying terrorism and the crimes committed by Hamas. Guterres said in a Security Council meeting that the attacks of Hamas on Israel did not happen without reason. He made it clear, however, that the suffering of the Palestinians in what he called 56 years of suffocating occupation cannot justify the horrific attacks by Hamas, just as these attacks cannot justify the collective punishment of the Palestinian people. On the other hand, the United States says it will work with China to de-escalate the situation in the Middle East. The American Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, said at the UN Security Council that he will work with the Chinese foreign minister, who is traveling to Washington at the end of the week, to prevent the conflict from expanding. In Amman, the French president is today holding talks with the King of Jordan, Abdullah II, about the reactivation of the political process with a view to a two-state solution, a Palestinian and Israeli one. And that was the news.